Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is game between Jason and Neuro on Ulrena. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Jason. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Neuro, representing Exile 5. So a TVZ for you guys at the GM level, Grandmasters. This is the last level before going professional. And professional players are also in Grandmaster. And so that's how you know these players are excellent. Okay, so a ZVT on Ulrena. I don't think I've cast a ZVT on Ulrena in a while. I'll have to see what happens. Okay, so barracks. I'm not going to pull up my list until I know there's a Reaper building because we've been disappointed before. And thanks to everybody who's been submitting Reaper names. There are some really, really great Reaper names on my list. I won't tell you what they are because I want them to be a surprise, but... Okay, Neuro throws down a hatch first. Yes. And waiting for an extractor here. He has enough money for it. Is he waiting for 17 supply? There it is. Looks like 17 supply. There's the extractor. Then saving up some more money to get to that 200 and get the spawning pool out immediately. Bam. There it is. Barracks not quite complete yet. There's a 1 gas. So, okay, this looks very much like a Reaper expand because there's the gas. But again, we've been tricked. We have been fooled and disappointed, but in this particular instance, it's going to be a... Come on. Oh, we got fooled again. Dang it. It's a reactor. He's popping out 2 Marines out of this thing. I guess it could be 2 Reapers. That's something we have seen once or twice in the past. It's just not very common. So 2 Marines we are going to see here. And there's the expand. So it's a Marine expand. Not a Reaper expand at all. Overlord comes in, just kind of hanging out, seeing exactly what is going on. There goes the full wall. SCV can get through because supply depots can be lowered. That one might be uppered at some point here. Raised? Is that the word for it? I've been gassing a lot lately. Let's go ahead and leave it at uppered. There is the spawning pool. Enough gas for speed. Almost. Getting there. 92, 96, and 100 for speed. There it is. Neuro ready, set, speed. There. Okay, excellent. Excellent job indeed. Overlord scouting things out. And, oh, it's double Reaper. It is double Reaper. Okay. Oh, wow. I did not see this coming. Let's pull out my list. Where are you, list? Where are you, my list? Okay, let's popping up here. This one is going to be Elder Reaper John and his friend, Bart. Excellent. So one of these is going to be named Elder Reaper John. The other one's going to be named Bart. This guy right here is going to be Bart. So Bart is following his buddy Elder Reaper John. Elder Reaper's actually been around a while. He is one of the few Reapers in the history of the Dominion to actually survive a game for Terran. 2 Reapers versus a Queen. They feel brave enough with KD8 charges knocking her back. Oh my goodness, can Bart do that? Oh, there we go. Elder Reaper John might die. Bart trying to make this thing happen on his own, getting stabbed in the face. KD8 charge and knock it again, and it could be a Queen kill for these Reapers. It's going to be very close. They do! Elder Reaper John and Bart get a Queen kill and then immediately retreat to allow the combat drugs to heal them up. Maybe this is the secret. Maybe this is the secret for keeping Reapers alive, is bringing them in the buddy system, because that was awesome. More Reapers coming down. Somebody asked me if I'm going to name all the Reapers in case of a 3-Rax Reaper, but you know what? No. Only the first 2 are going to get named. This is Bart and Elder Reaper John, and oh my gosh, all the Lings in the world come out. Run! Well, it almost went well until 100 Speedlings came out, got a surround on them, and destroyed them. So there's a cancel on a bunker. Everybody runs for their lives. There are so many. And Banelings for Neuro as well. This is an incredibly aggressive opening salvo versus Jason. Gonna force a liftoff here. There it is. You can't just sit there forever. Reapers on the high ground trying to pick off as many of these as they can. These Reapers are lesser Reapers than Elder Reaper John and Bart. Oh, knocking Lings on inside with the KD8 charge. That was not intended, I assume, at all. Lings get a full scout off. See exactly what they're dealing with. Trying to kill some more of those things. Banelings crashing on in, killing supply depots, trying to kill everything. How is Jason going to hold this thing? I don't know that he can. There's so many Lings. The SCV is forced to pull off the line to try to defend against this one as well. But no. The Lings get cleaned up. Those Marines getting protected by SCVs. Reapers getting shots off too. 4 kills on that one. 6 kills on that one. These guys are hero Reapers. They don't have names. Not the first ones to come out, but nonetheless, they are carrying on the spirit of Bart and Elder John, the Reaper. Lings, again, trying to force a liftoff. KD8 charge. I think the Lings can handle this. I think they can. I mean, yeah, there are Marines on the high ground getting some snipes off there too, but the Lings really want to kill this thing. They cannot allow Jason to have this on the low ground. Worker count is 24 to 34. Neuro does have a 10 worker lead. Workers killed. Only 3 SCVs killed in this. That's kind of impressive for Jason to deal with a big old Baneling attack at 4 minutes into the game and lose 3 SCVs. Insane. KD8 charge doesn't hit anything at all. Another KD8 charge knocking the Marine back. Ah! He decides to head back into the safety of the main base rather than deal with KD8 charges exploding left and right. A third base coming up for Neuro, already up for Neuro. Queen marching on over to throw down and inject with 25 energy. Perfect timing from Neuro. APM for these players, 350 for Jason, 235 for Neuro. Lings getting up here again, and every time they're taking more and more HP off this orbital command. Lings get inside. They could, but that's a lot of Marines just waiting for that to happen. And that small handful of Lings can't do much about it. Do the Lings decide to go home? Well, I mean, they're sort of going home. They're tapping this on like a watchtower. Some reinforcements deciding to push on out. Neuro's pulling this off while having more workers than his opponent, which is difficult. Seems like he'd be skipping a lot of drones to make this thing happen, but Neuro wants to be the aggressor, wants to keep Jason on essentially one base. Yeah, he has this orbital command, but it hasn't been able to land. It hasn't really gotten any kind of resource gathering with it at all. It can throw down mules, I suppose. That is something it can do. And just great micro here from Jason. Getting shots off, he can pull back and hop up on the ledge if he needs to. KD8 charges are being dodged admirably by Neuro. However, more Banelings mixing on in here. +1 attack coming up. A Spore Crawler on the way just in case there's a Banshee coming from Jason. And no, it's going to be Medivacs. Definitely Medivacs here. These Marines fighting hard in the memories. Oh, getting 2 KD8 charges on the Banelings and taking it out. What great precision from our Reaper friends indeed. One of them gets stuck on the low ground, but does manage to survive nonetheless. A Marine on the low ground. I don't know. You want to be here, man. You can't escape when it gets hot. Run back inside. He is. He's hoofing it back inside, marching at double time. Lings trying to, nope, dodging, and they really want to kill this thing. They might be able to, actually. Okay, Marines now coming down. Banelings here, too. Can the Lings get a surround? They don't have that +1 attack quite yet. The Banelings are getting focused, and the orbital command down to 46. 40 hit points. The mule lands. The SCVs come in, and they do manage to save it just barely. Just barely saving it. Oh, Burrow Banelings killing a ton of Marines, and now the counterattack. Killing both of those Reapers, trying to hold the line. Are these Marines desperately trying to make this thing work, but +1 has completed for these Zerglings. Trying to kill other stuff. Widowmine shot. Big old Widowmine shot there. 8 kills on that thing. Turnabout is fair play, says Jason. You're going to Baneling bomb my Marines. I will get my Widowmines out and take care of your Zerglings too. Marching back on in. We have Banelings, we have Lings, we have a big old cadre of Marines here with no upgrades on them, no +1/+1s at all. Banelings not hitting much of anything, and a pick up and a boost out by Jason. Once again, this orbital command is taking a lot of hits. This reminds me of the Hearthstone quest where you need to do 30 damage or like 100 damage to opposing heroes. And then you're playing against a warrior who can armor up, which is basically like healing here, and you end up doing, you know, like 40, 50 damage to finally kill the warrior instead of the 30 that he starts with. That's kind of what this is. Neuro has done more than enough damage to kill this orbital command, but the repairs are keeping it alive. Burrow Bane again. Big time hit there. No, but the Widowmine shot. 19 kills. Every time Neuro gets a big one of those, Jason comes back with a Widowmine shot and just evens up the score. Lings marching in once again, killing some SCVs here. Again, the number getting fairly high. 9 SCVs killed to this point. The Marines holding, the SCVs tanking for them, and all of these Zerglings are completely gone. Taking a hard right is Neuro and his Lings as he comes out of the narrow choke there. A scan, he doesn't see anything but a couple Lings. Lings decide to retreat for their own lives. Coming around the backside is Neuro. Does he want to surround these dudes? He has Medivacs though, so a pickup and a run is not that difficult, and exactly what Jason goes for there. But this base is happily mining. It is 29 to 52 Harvesters. Another Widowmine shot. 52 Lings. That's crazy dog. Widowmine shot actually hitting his own Marines there just a little bit. Pretty good stutter step micro on display. And again, forced to pick up and run. Banelings coming in. Pick up as many SCVs as you can. Oh no. Mules getting destroyed. SCVs dying too. This might be overkill for the number of SCVs that are on the map. But hey, killing them is killing them, I suppose. This guy does manage to evacuate 5 SCVs. Lings continuing to just march on through here. It's 95 to 44. Total supply. Scans clearing out Banelings that were burrowed in that mineral line. Is he going to actually get this one? The scan is visible. And yes, let's get both of them before the scan wears off. Just barely. Once again, the repairs happening here. Another Widowmine shot. Up to 28 kills on that Widowmine. I think Jason would be dead, except for these Widowmines. 15 kills on that one there as well. Big breaths there. 196 Lings have died so far in this game. 196, 47 Marines, 6 Reapers, and 18 SCVs. It is 25 to 52 total Harvesters. 4 bases. Now up for Neuro. I've really focused on what's going on right here because this is the place of action, but holy shamoly, 4 bases already for Neuro. Killing those Banelings before they can mature into actual Banelings. Lings, once again, Widowmine shots. There we go. Oh, Banelings on top of the Widowmines, finally getting revenge for all the dead Zerglings. Once again, forced to retreat. Once again, Jason is not able to get this second base up and running. He's got to be almost mined out of his main right now, doesn't he? He does. This is not looking good at all. The aggression from Neuro is unlike anything I've ever seen from a Zerg player in a Legacy of the Void game like this. Scanning the Banelings, targeting them down. That's exactly what you have to do. It's not easy, but Jason's doing an admirable job of it. The Orbital Command is burning once again. It's been killed twice now. It's been killed twice, but is still alive. Lings, Banelings, Neuro is not really teching up beyond this, which I'm kind of worried about. Does he have a lair? He hasn't really spared. He does have a lair, obviously, because he has Overseers. Once again, Banelings trying to morph in, getting canceled by the Marines. 2 of them do manage to get there, but they don't have centrifugal hooks. So they are not fast. They almost have centrifugal hooks, though. It is almost... There it is. Now they do. Now they do. Now they're rolling, rolling, rolling. That's something that bugs me. There's a Baneling pet in World of Warcraft, and it runs behind you, but it doesn't roll behind you. It doesn't have centrifugal hooks, and it kind of always has bothered me. Another huge Widowmine shot. 13 kills on the new Widowmine. The Lings are forced to retreat. I just don't think this Ling Baneling thing is going to be good for much longer. As Marines, as they start getting upgrades, as they start getting more Widowmines out there, it's more and more difficult to make this happen. But 52 Lings on the way for Neuro. 52. Nupatize Carapace on the way. Getting a Drop Lord too. He wants to drop inside this main base, but I'm not sure if it's entirely necessary. Here comes a drop from Jason, though. Dropping on this low ground. Safe from the Lings on the high ground. Now they have to march onto the creep. There are a lot of Lings coming, though. I don't know about this. No Widowmines to be seen. The Lings with a +1 attack are that much more effective. Landing on the high ground, possibly. Is that what we're seeing? Yeah, try to make that thing work. Losing a couple Marines in the process. There are still a bunch in those medevacs, but they decide it is better to head back home. Is this established? Does Jason finally have a second base at 11 minutes into this game? It seems possible. Widowmine shot, killing some stuff, getting killed in the process. This Liberator, 29 kills on that Widowmine before it dies. Lings rolling in. Banelings want to catch these Marines. There's the pickup, and there's a lot of dead SCVs. Whoa, a lot of dead SCVs there. Lings trying to kill as many of these Marines as possible. Not going to happen. Landing on this little island is Jason. Jason is down to 9 SCVs. 9 to 55. Still alive. Still alive. Lings got inside the main base somehow. Did some killing, but mostly are getting cleaned up here by the Marines. The Drop Lord getting chased too by this single Liberator. Does end up killing it with help from the Marines. But, I mean, income tab, 2,500 to 27 right now. 58 to 7 total Harvesters. Neuro continuing to push forward with this Baneling strategy. He does have a Spire coming, so he's not stuck on it forever, which is nice. But I just don't know what Jason can do to come back here. Yes, he has mules, but single-digit workers is insane. These Banelings trying to morph in. Oh, losing all these Banelings is a big deal. There's the cancel. There's the retreat. Neuro decides to back on out, setting up a defender mode circle. The Lings trying to retreat all the way back home. Some of them do manage to get there. A lot of them are dead, though. 391 Zerglings have died thus far in this game. Another attempt of Lings to get this thing to lift off and die. Barely lifts up that supply depot in time. The Lings almost got inside. Liberator going to have a nice day shooting fish in a barrel, as all those Lings do get absolutely massacred. Small group of Marines do find yet another morphing in group of Banelings. This is crazy. How many times Jason has been able to stop these Banelings from even being created and focusing down when they do anyway. I mean, they're on a warpath right now, pushing on in, trying to kill this double hatch stuff, this macro hatch that Neuro has. Lings streaming in 10 at a time, 12 at a time. Banelings getting focused down before they can even really hit the Marines here. That's another great example of it. These guys are low on energy, but they're more than strong enough to deal with the Lings that try to get on in. They do have combat shield. They do have stim. They do have medevacs healing ahead as well. There's the scan. Oh, and all these drones getting massacred. They thought they were safe under the ground, but the scan reveals their location. The Marines taking them out. Workers killed 41 to 22 right now. A lot of dead SCVs, but still, Jason trying to come back just with Marine medevac. Another group of Banelings canceled. Another group here is in a lot of trouble. Banelings trying to come in, but look at that focus by Jason. Absolutely impressive. These Banelings might actually get up. I don't know. Spore Crawlers trying to kill stuff. Baneling coming from both sides and a pickup and a boost out. Abusing the immobility of these Banelings. high ground and low ground, trying to focus down these banelings before they can get close enough to hurt their brethren, and yes, managing to do it. All the banelings are gone. There are still a handful of Marines here. Lings continue to pour in. This is exactly what I imagine real-life Terran versus Zerg to be like, where the swarm is just relentless in its defense. In its offense, the Marines have to fight as hard as they can. They're forced to pick up and drop off and do all the micro they can to win against the Zerg. And so far, Jason, 35 to 9 total harvesters, has liberators mixed in now. There is a spire for Neuro. I don't think he has any mutas or anything, though. No, he does not. He does not. Where is that spire, though? There it is. There's the spire. He's getting +1 flyer attack, but he has nothing in the air yet. Liberator setting up shop right on the front door of Neuro, trying to kill any Lings that come through here, any transferring drones that come through here. The Lings don't really have a chance to make it through. Extractor going to be killed. Every Ling that pops out. Neuro not being very careful with those, and the lair might actually end up exploding as well. Every drone at this natural base gone. The lair now being focused down. Stutter stepping kind of unnecessarily here, but whatever. He does manage to get it. Jason with his no upgrade Marines and his Liberators. Broodlings trying to get some kills, can't do it. A lot of these medevacs are low on energy, but there's just nothing really to kill them. Another pair of hatcheries being destroyed. There are now Corruptors coming out for Neuro. That could be super useful, but the number of Liberators is almost high enough to overcome the fact they no longer do full damage to Corruptors, as they are not light flying units in that anti-air mode. Lings rallying on into this weird spot here. I don't know why you'd come here, but this is it. This is the gathering place. Couple Banelings, couple Corruptors. The Banelings trying to run. Nope, they're dead. Overlord dies there as well. Lings trying... I mean, now suddenly Neuro is on the bottom end of this. Army value is 3,300 to 1,400 rather. Whew, for Neuro, super low. Income is still 9 to 27, but Neuro spending his money. He's very mineral starved. This is it. He's pulling his drones to his final safe location. Way over here. Another queen dies. Another hatch going to die here. Number of hatcheries that have been killed. 2 and a lair. We'll make that 3. Neuro trying to do this thing. I mean, yes, he does have an overlord here hanging out. I suppose he might have done a drop at some point, but it just doesn't matter until he can kill these Marines who are like little tiny gods. 9 kills on that one. It's just massacring the drones. There's nowhere for them to go. Banelings trying to save their lives, but again, Duke gets some solid hits there. Does force a full pickup and a retreat. The Liberators getting shot at by Corruptors. Jason is forced to actually pull out after killing a lot of stuff. It's 11 to 16 harvesters. Jason has pulled back into about even with his opponent. His army is a pretty good size. Yes, those Baneling hits were intense, but he's feeling pretty good. He's feeling okay. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this thing. These bases are not being replanted by Neuro. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. His main is up. It is almost completely outmined. He does have 14,000 gas on that extractor. So some time there. Liberator circles are setting up shop, trying to micro as best he can to kill those Liberators. And can he kill 1? He kills 1, loses 2 Corruptors for it, though. I don't know if that's a good exchange at all. And the other Corruptor is going to die with 2 hit points. No, it survives. Baneling into a Marine. Not cost effective at all. Jason has attained the role of Pursuer. He's pushing down, trying to kill these Banelings. They don't really want to engage because Tim makes them so fast. A set of burrowed Banelings here. I think Jason saw that. I think he saw them burrow. Says, I'm not going to go up that ramp. How about we not go up that ramp? Does he have enough for a scan? I don't know that he does. He doesn't have enough for a scan, so that explains his retreat there. Liberators, again, setting up some more baseballs on this big old ramp. I'm not sure anything's actually going to come out of here. I guess there are some Lings that could try to come down that ramp and just absolutely get massacred, but Jason is killing Overlords, not going to supply block Neuro anytime soon. Still no engineering bay, no upgrades, and the Drop Lord's getting killed. Oh, he's going to try to drop and base race this thing. Doesn't happen. Does not happen. Marines going after the Baneling nest. This might be all she wrote for Neuro. He does have some Lings on a counterattack mission. His main base is getting absolutely massacred. This drone trying to survive. It does burrow. It burrows away. He might keep a single worker alive here. Jason knows about this, right? He does. Jason knows about that base. And he might be heading there now. Who knows? Who really knows? The Lings getting cleaned up by another group of Marines playing defense back here, doing a great job of it. Liberators killing Overlords wherever they can find them. More medevacs coming in to heal up the stim damage done. The Spire is going to die. 100 hit points there. Helped along by Jason, the Extractor, getting some shots off as well there before he gets completely massacred. And yeah, I mean, I just don't know what is left here for Neuro. He has 15 Lings, 2 Banelings, 7 Corruptors, and a Queen. So where are those Corruptors? There's 3 of them. There's 4 of them. Lings do manage to take out a small group of Marines there. Liberators trying to make sure no drops come their way. Forced to pick up and retreat. If the Corruptors can kill the Medivacs and take out the Liberators, this might be something Neuro can do. I just don't know. He's trying to bait the Marines up the ramp. It's not enough to kill 3 of them. This group would be good. Oh, he does finally make them both happen, but a huge, huge increase of Marines coming in. Corruptors trying to kill as much as they can, but the Marines on the ground hurt them way more than the Liberators do. Another Extractor dies coming up the ramp with Liberator Defender mode support. Jason trying to do this thing, and I mean, the APM for these guys is through the roof. 368 for Jason, 362 for Neuro. Another Queen is going to die here. This base is gone. However, gold base has been taken by Neuro. He refuses to tap out here. He's going to keep mining until the end of time. Another hatch gonna fall. That is number 4. 4th hatch and a lair killed by Jason. This is just incredibly just aggressive on his part. Yeah, as aggressive as... Ooh, I don't mind. Does get a shot. Does get a shot. 7 kills on that one. Does manage to find that one. As aggressive as Neuro was in the early game, Jason has picked up the baton and made it happen here in the mid game. I know it's 20 minutes in, but these guys are pretty much on mid-tier technology. So we're going to call it the mid-game here. Lings with Corruptors running around at a bit of loss of what to do. Jason is not mining here, so keep this in mind. Nobody has any income at this point. Nothing mining here for Neuro. He doesn't have any bases anywhere. He's not being revealed because he does have that hatch. But the drones running for their lives. Here it is. Neuro using his drones and his Lings and his Banelings to try and win this. The Liberators overextended just a little bit there. Don't want to fight the Corruptors directly. More Marines coming on out. Banelings, can they get hits? They're trying to splash on what they can. They decide to retreat now, though. They do not like the terms of that engagement. That's a lot of Marines on the field. It is 43 Marines, again, with Stim, with Combat Shield. No upgrades, though. No +1, no +1. Burrowing the Banelings there and trying to sneak an explosion there beneath the ground. Oh, there's going to be a scan here, though. Any second, though. Jason is setting it up. The Corruptors trying to find an angle in which to attack. This is the lowest econ game. One of the lowest ones I've ever seen right now. It's just the Marine count is so darn high, and they're so good against everything. Except for ultras, everything that Zerg does have. He's finally mining from here, is Jason, so that's excellent. He basically has the Zerg player pinned. He's trying to get enough money to make another hatch, I guess is what this is. Does he have any drones to do that, though? I think all of his drones are trapped inside his main. So we've gone all over the map, but we are basically back at the natural and the home base of Neuro. Production tab does show stuff happening for the Terran player. Marines, Medivacs, Creep Tumor coming up. Where is there? Oh, just spreading the creep here. And that's it. The fun match. Well played from Neuro, and Neuro is defeated. Jason is victorious, and Terran gets the win today. Wow, that is the most non-stop 22-minute game I have ever seen in Legacy of the Void. Neuro trying to make it happen with his Baneling stuff. He never let Jason establish that second base, but those Widowmine shots were huge. Jason's ability to cancel Baneling Morphins was also massive. I mean, I don't know how Jason did it. If 590 Lings died, 59 Banelings died, 120 Marines. And in the end, that turns into a resources lost of, let's see, about 10,800 lost for Jason and about 33,000. No, wait, 30,300 or so, maybe 31,000 resources lost for Neuro. So, I mean, just absolutely efficient. That's what Terran is all about. It was used to the max in this match. Well done by Jason. I hope we see more of him in the future because that was pretty fun to watch. And that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.